Hey everybody, how is everybody doing? I hope the camera looks okay, and please let me know in chat if it is. I am going to start in a little bit here. I just need to be able to see myself in the chat. Okay, so well, thanks for joining. I hope the lighting is a little bit better. I went back to the iPhone to stream. The webcam just wasn't working out in terms of the quality of the picture. So decided to go back to the iPhone. A little bit different setup, not as convenient, not as many features. I can't use Streamlab or anything. So I'm just using the regular Twitch app on my phone, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so as the title and what you see in front of me suggests, we're going to be building the Tamiya XV-01 Lancia Delta. Let me show you the box. In case you were wondering, it is this kit right here. Should be interesting. This is my first XV-01, probably be the only XV-01. It does look like a pretty cool chassis. I don't know much about it except that it's it is belt driven. It's 4-wheel drive. It's got a little bit more ground clearance because this is a rally, quote unquote, rally chassis. I did an unboxing video on this. It's on my YouTube channel, or if you're watching on YouTube, then you can go ahead and look for it. I'd probably be the video right before this one. All right. So I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to go right into it. This is a silicone mat. It'll help me organize all the parts that I cut off the trees, or all of the diff parts that you're going to see in a second here. I cheated a little bit. I looked at the manual before we got started today to see what we're going to be working on. So obviously we're going to be using, we're going to be building the differential gears. And I think there's two of them, one from the front, one from the rear. And I believe it's going to be right here. It's going to be in this bag. At least the most of the parts are going to be in this bag. So I'm just going to pour this out. Okay, we don't need that. Don't need that yet. Here, let me put it over here. Save that space. There's one diff, two. Interesting. A lot of parts to this, and this kit does come with bearings, which is always my favorite to hear. So we need bag A, which is this one right here, and we're also going to need the G bag, which are all the internal gears. Let's find that. I know I've seen it. This is really live. We are doing it together. And finding parts is part of building a kit. Maybe I need to go back to my unboxing video to see what they look like. I think it's this right here. Yep. Okay. All right, that will work. Hey Sandwich, how are you? Haven't seen you in a couple days. Good to see you. I'm starting the XV-01. So I think this is it. So this is GB. I don't know, this like glow in the dark color. I don't know what the point of this is. So there it is. Let me cut out everything for one. So we'll probably need 2 of these for one diff. So let's do that. I know I need 4 of these. 1 of these. Things have been so busy. Yeah. That's all right. You didn't miss much. Just a bunch of decals. I think the last 3 streams were the decals. So I don't think you missed much. I wonder if this little lip is intentional. All right. Oh, yeah, it looks okay. It's. I did a video on all of the kits I built recently, all 4 of them, 5 of them. So that's that's on my YouTube channel. You can go check that out later. Let's see. Usually we need 2 of these gears. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're gonna need both of them. The only thing we don't need 2 of are these cross arms. All right. So I think that's everything for one differential. This kit looks a lot harder than the other one. This is gonna be interesting. I mean, just even starting right now, it just looks like it's a lot more interesting than the TT01. Ah, you've been fighting that rustler. What's interesting right here is, oh, it's oil filled. Check it out. It's oil filled. I was wondering why they weren't putting grease everywhere. Wow, that's cool. That is cool. So, wait, remove. Okay, so I do have to remove it. There's a little bit of a nub there. It does say to remove. What did you do? What did you have to do with the rustler? Everything. The transmission, I'll be okay. Wait, did you buy a used rustler or something, or is it just something you pulled out of your closet? We might have had this conversation and I just forgot. So all I'm doing is just taking off the little burr from the parts tree. Never had to do this before with diff gears. All right. So the first thing is the GV2 gear is going to go on the bottom. And it looks like, nope, that's not true. We got to start right here. we need to do these part first and then do it this way. So we need to find a BA20, which is going to be one of these right here. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. Install an air intake. Oh, nice. Air intake for motor cooling. Okay, that's cool. 8 years. 20 years old. Nice. Yeah, they're about the same, right? They haven't really changed. So, I'm sure you can get it running. Did you put a castle system on it? Because that seems to be the move. Ford Traxxas cars. My goodness, this kit is going to be difficult. It's going to take me at least 2 weeks to do this. Even if I stream 7 days a week, it's still going to take me 2 weeks. I mean, just look at the diff. Usually it's like I'd be done with one diff by now. Alrighty. Let's check to see if these are all the same. It looks like they're all the same. They ought to be the same. Yeah, there's 4 of them. So it's going to come down from the bottom. Then we're going to need an O-ring from here. It's all the same. Put a cast on my slash and took. Oh, nice. Hey, not really downgrading. The VXL is pretty decent. I don't know how reliable it is, but it's pretty decent fast. I have one in my slash still. Let's see. O-ring goes in. Oh no, this is going to be one of those where I need to put the pin. Hold on a second. Oh god, I'm not sure about doing this live on stream. I'm not sure I can pull this off. Oh, that's a pain. All right, well, too late now. I just need to pull out all the tools. So I put that O-ring in there. Now I'm going to push it down with the tweezers so that it goes all the way in. Like that. Like that. You can see it. Still running strong, yeah. I'm sure you maintain your cars pretty well, so I'm sure it's still in good shape. And then it's a BA8, so it's a little bit wider shim. So it should be this one right here. If I can get it out. Yeah, there's 2 right there. Should be 4. Let's double check. There it is. So there's that. Like this. And then now we need to find the pin. The pin is a BA16. And I think I see 1 here. Or there should be 2. So let's look in here. Yeah, let's try this one right here. I'm trying streaming a little bit early. Maybe... because I knew this was going to take a while, and I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to go past midnight. I also didn't want to stop at an awkward point, because when these videos get uploaded onto YouTube, there's no context. It's just what you did that stream. So I need to kind of stop building at a certain point that makes sense, so I can label it properly. So I'm going to try to build all of the Hopefully the gearbox is both the front and rear. If not, I want to finish at least the front. I think the front is first. So that I can, you know, name it building the front gear on the YouTube video. Otherwise, it won't make much sense. Okay, so there is 2 pins. There's one right there. So there is a hole. There's a hole right there. I don't know if you can see that. And I need to line it up with one of the crosses right there. And see if I can squeeze it in there. So right now I have it. I have the hole kind of lined up this way. And give me a second. Hoping the hole isn't all the way through, but that's okay. Yeah, I figured hopefully maybe even more people will watch too, so that'd be nice. I'm committed to streaming the builds from now on. So kind of, I don't want to say distinguishing myself from other YouTubers, but you know, I think it's an interesting format to do this live. Okay, I'll show you what I just put on. Put on my magnifying glass with the LED light to help me see a little bit better. I am getting old, so really, I think the last 2 years, I feel like I aged quite a bit for some reason. I mean, you figured it was during the pandemic and I wasn't doing much that I wouldn't age as much. I didn't get sick, thank God. So I really don't know why my aging accelerated. Yeah, see, this is why I said it's not going to be fun doing this on stream. Oh, God. This is not going to be fun. I can't get a good grip on this with these tweezers. It's part of the problem. Let's see. I don't remember if I have any tricks to do this. I've done this before, so I know I can do it. Okay, hold on. All right. So first thing, I'm going to just try to push that O-ring really, really deep. So the shim here can be super flat. And now I can see. Okay, so part of the problem is that the tweezers are very slippery on the piece. So let's try these needles pliers. Fancier than I just line it up, shove it in the flat blade. Hey, I wish it would just go in like that, but I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why it won't line up. I don't think. it is. There is the block. And let me see if I can kind of lock that in right there. Oops. Alrighty. I'll keep trying. I will keep trying. I have a lot of tools, but this takes more than tools. This takes a little bit of skill and a little bit of luck, really. Part of my problem right now is that the hole doesn't seem like it's exposed 100%. What? Yeah. This is going to be a very long stream of just me doing just the diff. It's going to be a super long video. 2 hours building. Usually I edit the videos and it's like, you know, I do it in 2 minutes. But if I just upload it live, upload this stream, whoops, it's gonna be like a 2-hour video. I'm still not going to edit it. I mean, the whole reason why I started streaming is because I just didn't like the post-production. I didn't like making videos. It was just taking a toll on my time and mental health. Okay, well, let's see if we can try something else. Dun, dun, dun. Never give up. Never surrender. Trying to get the damn pin in. Yes, exactly. I'm going to try. I hope I'm able to do it in the allotted time here of a couple hours. Let's see. Okay, hopefully this gives me a little bit better grip on the pin. And it probably made it worse. All right. Maybe this is why not that many people build kits on stream. It's stuff like this happens. I can't remember why it doesn't want to go in. Let me see if I can just put this in without the you know what? Let me change this. I think when I was building more kits before, I used to have a trick for this. I can't remember what that trick is. Oh, this one's even worse than the last one in terms of the hole being exposed. Huh. Yeah, I know what you mean. I would like put this on if I was just relaxing. Problem is, I might start cursing here in a second. Here, let's try it your way. Let's try just using a pick. Oh, you said a knife. Okay. Oh, doesn't help when the pick is magnetic for some reason. Okay, honestly, part of the problem is that I cannot see the hole very well. Maybe I should go back and watch my own videos and see how I did this. This is just bizarre that I can't do this. I have done this several times before. I literally cannot see the hole. Here, let's try this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to line this up right there. Okay. Alrighty. The hole is straight up and down, and it's not going to move anymore. And I'm pushing this shim as far down as I can go, and the hole is still lined up. And it looks like this side is a little bit better than the other side. You see that shim just wiggle right there. It doesn't want to sit flat, no matter what I do. And if it doesn't sit flat, the hole's not completely exposed and the pin can't get through. So that is my problem right now. First stream and it's doing this. I push in with screwdriver. Okay. Line with pliers. Well, I'm glad you're here to help me out. So screwdriver. Yeah, like I said, part of the problem is the hole is not completely exposed. See, look, okay. Let me put this in without the shim. So I'm just going to put this in. You know what? Hold on a second. So don't go crazy doing this. This is not the right. This is the wrong pin. This is the right pin. I don't know if you can see the difference. But there are two different size pins. There you go. Oh, hold on. That's pretty clear, I think, right there. Yeah, they're different sizes. I think. Maybe not. But that one definitely did not fit. So let me try these. Let me put this one aside. Let's see. Yep, this one fits just fine. Wow, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. All right, let's see. I thought I was losing it there. I thought I was going crazy. I couldn't get that lined up. It's not like I haven't done this before. It's just, wow. Well, now I don't have an excuse for not being able to do this, so I better do it now. I better do it right. All right. Just double check it's the right pin. Okay. Let's see if I can get this in one try. Doesn't look like I'll be able to. Making progress. There we go. Success. So very important lesson here. Look for the correct shim. Otherwise, oops. Right, this light is kind of, I need it close, but I also need it for the video. Let's see. Yep, there it is. It's in there. So let's move on. But it did help to put a tape around it so it doesn't move. So that's two tips. Make sure you have the right pin and kind of stop the darn thing from moving. Okay, so that's in there now. My nightmare is over. Now I need to do it again on the other side with this one. Same thing. Push the drive cup through. What are these things called? Outdrives? Outdrives or drive cups? I mean, this side is a drive cup, but the whole thing itself, I think it's a outdrive, right? Well, this is going to be much easier. First of all, I can see. Second of all, I have the correct pin. So I just use my fingers for that. All right. No, I fell it. Yeah, I'm starting to rethink if I can do this when I'm in my 70s. Maybe I won't be able to. I was hoping to be able to do this when I got older, but I'm not sure I can. I don't think my eyesight will last that long. I'm already having trouble seeing the pins. Maybe I can just build grasshoppers and stuff. The easy kits. All right, the larger of the gears will go in and the pin will sit in that slot. So we'll just try to line it up. Oh, I got it on the first try. So it should sit flat. And then we're going to take this shaft and put these 4 gears through. What do you think about this kind of semi-translucent plastic these gears are on? Wonder what the motivation was for this. So many by the time you'll be able to feel your way through. Who needs vision? Yeah, Daredevil doesn't need vision to be a superhero. So there's 4 grooves here, and we're going to line it up with the end there. So it's going to sit like that. And now we're going to fill it up with the oil, damper oil. Which is going to be in this bag. It's going to be this bottle right here. Now, damper oil and diff oil is usually 2 different things, but not according to this Tamiya kit. And since I don't plan on racing this car or do anything serious with it, I will just follow the instructions. Otherwise, I would kind of reconsider what weight oil I put in here. So this is hard, and this is, I'll look it up. I don't know exactly what the weight of this is. Cheaper if you prefer black, I guess. Yeah, I mean, ideally it'd be the aluminum ones, you know. That would be ideal. All right, so we're going to fill it up. Level with GV3, so up with level with the little stem, the shafts. I think this is definitely an advanced kit. Because normally there would be a little diagram to show you, you know, the level of the oil. And for this kit, it just tells you what it is. Besides that, it's also not easy to see. Oh, maybe that's why it's a different color. Maybe that's why these are white or this translucent. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see the oil level if it was black. Well, maybe. Maybe that's so. But I would still prefer it to be aluminum, obviously. Okay, even if I filled it up a little too much, it doesn't matter. It works. So this gear is going to go down this time, face down. And then we're going to put this gasket on. And we're going to line up these 4 holes with those 4 holes. First, let me take this off. Peel this back a little bit. Just peel it off. Okay. And line up that gasket. And also drop this in there. So we gotta kind of watch out for the pin. Kind of approximately, yeah, like I said, watch out for the pin. because you also have to approximately line it up with that gear. I'm having a great time doing this. Can you tell? Alrighty. I think I'm going to just tilt it. Wow, this is like 3 or 4 things. So I think I'm going to do is line that up and then line that up and just see if I can drop it down. If the kit's going to be this difficult all the way through, I might need to start a little earlier when my brain is still fairly functional. I don't know if I can do this at 10 o'clock at night. Okay, let's see. I am also going to need a fine screwdriver. I have this kit on my Amazon storefront if you want to go check it out. You also like a set. Comes in very handy. I think this is the right size. Can't really see. Okay. It's not it's not Phillips. That's why I was spinning free. All right, it is not Phillips. It is a hex. Oh, if it's a hex and it's a Tamiya kit, I should have it in here. It should be a 1.5 millimeter. Yep. So this kit's also very handy. So there's an XV-02 coming out. It's probably already out some places in the world. I'm not going to be able to get my hands on it for a while, I don't think. So I look forward to building that. I will build it just for the heck of it, even if it's not good. I saw like 1 or 2 videos that says it's not the greatest, but you know, we'll see. It's just one person's opinion. So hopefully I will find it interesting. XV-02, I'm sure it'll be kind of like this one. I think this kit was like $300 something. I don't remember. So you know, it's worth it. For me, it's worth it. Over the lifetime of my channel, I think I'll make it back. I mean, I'm not doing real great yet on YouTube, but in terms of the long run, I think people will watch this. All right, just to finish it up and put one aside, we're going to need the 2 bearings and these little foam caps, which is very interesting. Now I remember these things. When I did the unboxing, I thought they belonged on the dampers, but these go in there. It should go in straight. So, yep, I should go in like that. Can you see? Yep. All right, let's put that bearing in there. And that bearing should be, I know I took some bearings out. Let's see. There it is. Okay, there's one that's about to fall out. Let me grab that. Yeah, I'm glad I pulled out the big mat because I knew there would be a lot of small parts. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, hold on. I bought the set of bearings for this kit. And you might wonder why I paid extra for bearings when the kit already comes with bearings. Well, the answer is these are rubber sealed, and the ones that comes with the kit are shielded. And I've always liked the rubber sealed one more than the shielded. I just think they're going to last a little bit longer in the long. Who knows? I just like the way they are. So I'm going to put these aside. I'll put them away a little bit later on, but I'm not going to use these. I should have the complete set right here. I got these from Jim's Bearings. I've been using their bearings for a few years now. Of course, everybody knows Fast Eddie. Some of you might know DSM, Acer. A lot of people make bearings or have bearings. Whoops. I think between value and quality, I think Jim's is a good choice for exactly that reason. Fast Eddie's usually more expensive. And as many kits as I build, you know, I try to save as much money as I can. Try to get the most out of the kit with as, you know, little money as I can. So that's why I like Jim's bearings. All right, so there's one complete. So let me set this aside. I'll just put it over here in camera view. So it took me 1 hour to build that. Well, this is not going to translate well on YouTube. When I transfer this over, people are going to be like, what? Oh, I forgot something, I think. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I put it on. I thought I forgot a shim, but I put it on. If I didn't, let me know in the comments, though. But I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. All right. Put that shim shim in there. Okay, and before I try to push it through there, I'm going to, where's the fourth one? I'm already losing stuff. Where's the fourth one? Fourth outdrive, one of these. Oops. Where'd it go? Is my desk, oh, I'm blind. I am blind. I thought my desk was haunted. Okay, that is the correct pin. Put the shim back in there. And need the light. Okay. I don't think I need it, but I'm just going to kind of lock this in just in case. I don't want to take another hour to build another one. So da, da, da. This is a armorer's block. I think Sandwich knows that. It comes in handy for things like this, for diffs, for dampers. Had this for a while. And I like having it for exactly this purpose. Okay, there we go. Got that in there. Oh, you know what? I forgot one sponge on this end. There we go. Okay, so now we need the other gears. I'm going to take this one, so I don't need to keep two trees. Just have to keep one of these. Alrighty, so that's that. This one can go away. And I need all the rest of the gears. Okay, so there's one, and I need everything except that on this tree. So this is my second belt-driven four-wheel drive car. I just finished the, well, second Tamiya belt-driven car. I've built belt-driven cars before. The SC10 4x4 and a couple 3 racing drift car and the touring car, both belt drives. So they're interesting. It's different. And I think the fastest cars are belt driven. So I was hoping to get to like step 13 tonight, but at this pace, I may not even get through the first 2 pages. We'll see. Which is fine. You know, I haven't picked up. Oh, actually, I do. The next kit I'm going to build is the T301 tricycle. Dancing Rider, I believe it's called, and I already have that one. The kit after that will be the DT03 Titan, and I haven't picked that one up yet, so I don't mind taking a little bit longer to build this kit. As long as it makes sense. I'm not going to do it slowly on purpose. So make sure that gear goes all the way down. Now let's put this together. Wow, 1 hour. Had a little technical difficulty with the phone before we started. Actually, there was a problem with the tripod. But I managed. Oh, I was supposed to do the top first, but that's okay. Let me just drop this in there. A little bit out of sequence, not a big deal. Rubber O-ring. And the shim. Let me push this down a little bit. And then the pin. Let's see if I can find the correct pins here. I'm not falling for that trick again, where I used the wrong pin. Let me put this one over here. Now I just have to find them. Let's see. Maybe they're in another bag. Oh, you know where it might be? It might be under here. Well, there's one. Because this is magnetic underneath, so I had a feeling it would do that. But that's only one. Oh, I already used one. So, yeah, this is the correct. Yeah. I knew that would happen. I knew that bottom of that block is magnetic. Actually, the whole thing is magnetic. Okay, I can take this off now. And let's fill this up with damper oil. So again, make sure you're trying to put the pins through with the correct size pin. I spent about 20 minutes in the beginning of this video, this stream, just trying to put these bigger pins into the same hole. And I had a heck of a time, obviously. So I'm going to put that one face down, and I'm going to try to line it up so that the groove that lines up with this pin is kind of parallel with the lined up with the kind of groove right there, the slots where the shaft went in. So I'm going to try to line this up, and that's a lot to do for one little step. Just gonna hold it with my finger. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna spin this a little bit, and it's in. Okay, now let's close this up with 4 screws. Let me see if I can find the 1.5. I don't know what the measurement is. Like, what is the equivalent? Oh, 1.5. It's like T6, T7. I thought it was going to be one of those. Let's see. I don't think this is the correct size. Hold on. I have another one here. I am if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, let me know, are you building this kit yourself, or are you just curious about this kit and see how hard it is to build before you buy one? Are you using it as a reference for building your own? Or you're just curious about, you know, you just want to watch anything? So let me know in the comments. I know, like Sandwich said in chat, this could be relaxing for some of you, and that's great. I know working on the kits is relaxing for me, even though you know, just in the beginning, it got a little stressful there when I couldn't get the pin through. I think overall, building these kits are good for me. And talked about this before. I do have ADHD. That's why the stream always has that tag. And I have found that building these kits is one of those things that can kind of hold my attention and I don't get distracted. I can actually sit here for an hour, which I have already done. Something I normally wouldn't be able to do. So if you're curious why I have it tagged ADHD, this is the reason. I think it's normal for somebody who suffers from ADHD to be able to do something that they're interested in for an extended period of time. So this is not a miracle or anything. It's just if maybe you haven't thought of it that way, you know, an RC car kit being something that can really help you relax and focus. And there's always a giant reward at the end. You know, you get a kit you can drive around, not just look at. You can actually drive this thing around, which is, you know, pretty cool reward. And you can keep working on the kit. You know, if you break something, or you want to upgrade something in the future, you know, whatever that part may be, it could be a damper, it could be I don't know, could be, you know, aluminum gears inside, it could be a lot of things where you can upgrade. And you can just keep working on one car. A little bit earlier, Sandwich was telling me through chat that he took out a 8-year-old car, well, the car that he bought 8 years ago, and started working on it, fixing it. And that's kind of the that's part of the appeal for me for RC cars. There's just so much you can do, and you never finish it. All right, so I think finally we have step 1 completely done, and I'm happy about that. And actually, I'm pretty happy that I have the camera a little bit higher and I can see everything. I know detail-wise you can't see as much if I'm kind of more zoomed in, but I kind of like having a bigger work area so I can move around a little bit and not worry about being out of camera. Being in frame was always one of the things hardest to do and made kind of building things kind of uncomfortable sometimes. All right, next I need to find this gear right here, BG1, and I'm hoping those are the correct pins now. Okay, I don't think it's going to be in the A bag. I think I saw it. I think it might be this right here. I think that's what it is. Oh, and if you're not building this kit, tell me, what are you building, or what RC cars you have? I don't know what the heck this is, but I have a feeling I'm going to need that little plastic ring, which could just as well be, you know, aluminum, I don't know, or rubber. I don't know why. Makes you have to cut it out instead. And it's plastic. Alrighty, what's next? Okay, right here. So we're gonna put this shaft of this together. So I'm pretty confident this is the right gear. So there's 3 of them, right? Yeah, they're different. The shaft is different. The end with the 2 holes and the groove there will line up with the side with the, I guess that's also a groove for the pin. So let's put that pin through. And it fits just fine. And then going to line it up with that. Get it all the way through. I had it. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it. And then we need to find some bearings. It's going to be a very small one. Hold on. BA13, and that NN4 is not a bearing, interestingly enough. Let's see what that could be. NN4. I don't think it's here. And there's only one. It's not this, I don't think. No, it's much bigger than that. It's not in this bag. Let me look a little bit more carefully. It's not in this bag. And it's not here. This gear was BG1, so NN, so this is that right there. And that's for the second part. That's for this shaft. So I need two NN4s. Now, let's see. Could it be that for this bearing kit, the spacer replaced the bearing? Maybe. Just maybe. I'm not 100% sure. No, it did not. All right, well, let's look for it. So, is there anything that is not labeled? Is not a letter bag? Don't see anything. These are just pins. Okay, now let's see if there's a tree. NN. No, that's GV. So NN4. I'm just gonna see if there's a tree that is NN. Just double check right here. Nope. I hope it's not on the desk here and you're screaming into the monitor. This is J tree, so that's not it. I feel like this is a cruel joke by Tamiya. I mean, I don't think this is it. This is a giant, that's the battery cover. These parts are quite big, so I don't think it's those. I don't think it's these because these are damper parts. So I don't think it's that. Now here's a tree with a lot of things. And I think I even saw this in the unboxing video and I made a comment about it. That is just a tree full of spacers and weird pieces. So there we go. That's what this tree is. If you're looking for NN, it's right here. Right there. those two. Yep. Do need two. And there's one. And two. I'm sure this just a spacer that kind of keeps the bearing out a little bit. I'm surprised there's no E-clip here. Huh. Well, it doesn't seem like there's an E-clip. Okay, so bearing. Bearings are right here. And it is a BA13, so it's kind of, I think it might be this one. Let's see. I think it is this one. So slip that in there. It fits, so it's very likely it's that one. And then this on this side. Put that down and find another one of those. No, that's too small. This one, whoops. Okay. All right. Okay, and we're done with this side. With that gear. Now let's work on this one right here. And it looks like I am actually not 100% sure it's this right here. But it's, well, it's the only plastic spacer. Well, anyway, let's start from this side. So this, go on to here, and this is a hex shape, and this is hex shape. So it should index in pretty well, just like that. And then we need another BA13. And it should be this one. Let's see the other side. So it's the plastic spacer. Let's look for JJ7 first. I have no idea what that is. So it's not this. I wonder what JJ7 is. So this is NN, so it's not going to be on this tree. So it's not this tree right here. So I'm going to put that away. Now we need to look for a JJ tree. Aaron. I think I hit the jackpot. I did. It's right there. If you don't know what I'm referring to when I say Aaron, jump on YouTube and search for substitute teacher, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a funny skit by Key and Peele. And I still, I watched that several years ago, and to this day I still chuckle when I meet someone whose name is Aaron, and in my head I always think of Aaron. Same with Blake. Balaki. It's just funny. You just have to watch it. I mean, I literally chuckle every time I watch that. and meet somebody with those names. I forgot what the third name is. There's another name. Denise is D-Nice. I mean, it's just a funny skit. You gotta watch it. So there we go. We'll take that out. I'm just gonna assume this is the plastic spacer they're talking about. And I'm starting to feel like Tamiya made this kit difficult just for the sake of making it difficult. It's unnecessary. I mean, this is just a plastic washer. Could have been just provided. Don't have to clip it off a tiny little tree. Okay, so the plastic spacer goes first. So I think it's the correct one because it fits perfectly. And then the BA9 is a very small shim. It should be this one. This is the only shim left. And then the BA12, which is a bigger, very well could be this one right here. BA12. I'm not 100% sure, so let's make sure. But this, nope, this is not the right one. It's just a little bit smaller. This is the correct one that came with the kit, so I just need to find one that same as this. Oh. Why does it feel like it's a little bit smaller? Oh, well, let's try it. Okay, it fits. There we go. Oh, that's the, of course it fits. That's the one that came with the kit. Using these rubber sealed bearings from Jim's Bearings. Okay, so we got, oh, sorry. This JJ7 goes in first, and then the bearing goes in, like that. So I got bearing on this, with the gear on one side. Then I have that plastic spacer. The shim, this big spacer, and the bearing. So now both of these are done. We need to find A2 and A1. The body of the front gearbox. Let's find that. This is A right here. Wow, that's the first time I've carried a bag. All right, okay, let's see, A1 and A2. I mean, the plastic is really nice on this car. This is like nicer than other Tamiya kits, to be honest. 1 and 2 is right here. This I don't know how to describe it. This plastic just feels different. For example, I feel like the TTO1, for example, TTO2 plastic, it feels brittle. I don't know how to describe it. But this doesn't. This feels like solid. It feels like it's heavier than normal. Okay. So, now we need some grease. So for this, it's telling me to use the ceramic grease, which is this one right here. I have my own ceramic grease, and I believe it's that one. I should probably label that, but I believe that is the correct one. Just to make sure. let me look at my stash. Indeed, this is the one with the silicone on it. So that small one is in fact the ceramic. And while I have them here, I will just mark them. So this is silicone. It's just a long stem pen marker. You can reach into places to I use this to mark bodies when I cut them out and stuff, but I haven't used it in a while. So this is ceramic grease right here. It's just the brand that I use. Everything I use, I will have them in my Amazon storefront, and you can find that in either the description in the YouTube video or in my About Me page on Twitch. All right, so let's take a look here. So it's going to be, this is A1 and this is A2. And A2, this shaft and the gears on it is going to turn around and going to the bigger hole. This diagram is so awkward. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, but I think it's the middle one. I think it's this one. Well, we'll find out because the bearing sizes are different and the gear size is different. So, yeah, it's this one. If it was, well, first of all, that gear won't fit there, and then the bearing wouldn't fit either, so I should have just looked. Okay, and then this one, this end is going to go in first. So it's going to be like that. And these gears line up wonderfully. And then we're going, I'm just going to test fit it. Okay, it works just fine. Now I'm going to put some grease on it. And this is the reason why I use a syringe instead of that squeeze bottle or anything else. It's just easier for me to apply grease. You can see I can apply it pretty kind of wherever I put it. Wherever I want to put it, it will go there. And there's less waste and less, and I get better coverage. So that's why I use this plastic syringe. I think it did a pretty good job getting it on both gears. All right. So this will slip through and close up like this. And when you have it right and line up correctly, these pieces go on seamlessly. And it should look like this. All right. So let's find this screw, BA4. Only need one, which, well, pretty sure it's this one right here. And it's gonna go into this hole right there. Kind of odd that there's only one screw, but you know, if it were, oh, it's sitting, it's going into something? No, it's not. I thought it was going to go into another gearbox, but it's not. So it's kind of odd there's only one screw. Something else must go through it later. Probably these 2 holes, these 3 holes. Some other screw's gonna go through it. I have a feeling it's these 3 right here. No, yep, I was right. Okay, thread lock. Okay, that's another step. Finally, we're done with step 2, and it's already, I've already streamed for an hour and a half. So let me just take a quick look. I think I'll be lucky to get to step 6, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm glad I started a little bit earlier today, because the last thing I want to do is kind of stream past midnight. So let's move over here to step 3. Finally going to use that E-clip. We have 4 of these screws right here, and there's 1 pin remaining. Perfect. Okay, so, and what are we working on here? So this is what I just finished. So that's this. And that, okay, what is this? This is NN12, so let's bring back the NN. NN12 is going to be this one right here. Does it look like that? NN12, okay, there we go. So that, let me clean it up a little bit. And that's going to go in here. Like that. I don't think it goes all the way down. Hold on. I did something wrong. Because this is not the correct shaft. This shaft has a hole in it and this one doesn't. So let's see what I did wrong here. So let me take this apart. I built that incorrectly, or I put it in incorrectly. One or the other. Let's see. That should have been the oh, darn it. Is it this one, right? So there's a hole here? Huh. Did I put the wrong ones through? Oh, it's this one. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's see what I did wrong. So this is that right here. And where is that hole? Did I build it wrong? I think I built it wrong. Oh, I built it wrong. Yeah, I built this wrong. Let's see. So this should go this way. The pin comes out. That goes on. So I'm going to start over. So this pin still goes here. And this gear goes there. And then this goes on. And then the bearing just stays there, so I'm just going to leave it. I think I can, because the bearings are the same on both sides. And then this goes on, and then 4, and the bearings stayed on the other side as well. Okay. All right. I hope I did the other side correctly. It looks like I did. All right, so now turn this around and put that through. And then close this up. The bearings are still in there. So there we go. Okay, the hole and the groove is there now. I'll put the screw back on. So, apologize, I built that incorrectly, so hopefully you didn't follow me exactly. You realize my mistake. But hey, we discover things together. All right. See, this is easier than me making, editing that out and starting over. So, you know, you make mistakes live, you just make mistakes live. What are you gonna do? That's why I like streaming. Okay, so this goes back on. So this is the NN12. And then the pin goes on, which is that. And then NN13 and NN24. Oops. And then I'm guessing it's these two. Yep, those two. Oops. Alrighty. Looks like I cut that out pretty good. Same with this. Alright, let's see where we are. So, NN13 is this one. Oops, pin fell out. And this right here. And this gear obviously needs to index the pin down there. And let's make sure that's kind of in the middle. And this is seated flat and even. And then hopefully I can get this in there. Just sit all the way down. I don't want to force it. Okay, so let's get, I'm standing up now. Let's get that pretty much to the middle. Then line that up. And give it the best chance of success. Now, let's try again. Let's line it up right there. Okay, I feel like this is as far it's going to go. I thought it would be flush, but I feel like this is in there. I think, yeah, there's no movement. So it's indexed to that pin. So I think that's as far as it's going to go. Is the... Let me see if the groove for the E-clip is there. Is exposed. Let's take a look. No, it is not. So I didn't do a good job. Okay, so let's take the whole thing off. All right. So let's see if those two go together. Okay, those two does go together. So this is much easier if I do it this way. And the groove for the E-clip is exposed now. So that's that. A lot of little tricks here that I wish I knew. So hopefully you watch this all the way through before you start your kit. And then you don't have to go through the pains that I've gone through today. Let's see, so the E-clip's on. These E-clips are a decent size and it's pretty easy to work on. My goodness, some of those smaller ones. Makes you want to quit building. So it should go on like that. It's pretty nice. A little bit of give though. I'm a little concerned about that. But if the E-clip's on there, then it's, I guess, supposed to be a little bit of give. Did I forget any shims and bearings or anything like that? Doesn't look like it. I didn't forget NN12, right? It's in there, right? Yeah, it's not here, so I think I shoved it in pretty hard. I don't think it came back out. Okay, I'm just gonna put that aside. Now let's look for A3, and this is the bottom of that. So we need to get A3 like that. Right, A3 is right here. That's A3. Okay, so now let's see. I have the diff right here, and let's see if it matters which side is which. Okay, so it's not super apparent which side. I think it's this side. I see the screw holes here, which are in that drawing, and I see these spokes, these 4 spokes, which is in that as well. So this is going to go on like this, and make sure the bearings kind of sit properly. And this is already lining up with the gears inside very well. And then this will go on this way. Let's see if I can get the thing to go all the way down. Okay. So right now, these 2 pieces do not touch. There's a gap there. I'm thinking there's going to be something that's sandwiched in between on the chassis. Something like that. I hope I'm correct. And it is the ceramic grease again, so I'm going to just put some on this gear. So it doesn't really matter what, well, it does matter what grease you use. You don't want to use anything that can damage plastic. So silicone and ceramic are safe for plastics. I think I read several places that lithium grease is not safe for plastic. In the long run, it will wear down your gears. So just be aware of that. And just use whatever came with the kit. That's always safe. I normally would. Just I have these syringes and I like using them. A little bit more accurate. It's easier to apply. And if you notice, I am not using any power tools or electric screwdrivers, things like that. I'm doing it the same way that anybody else would build this. I mean, I guess I have a few more tools, but I'm not using anything that is expensive. Let's put it that way. You don't need to go out and buy an electric screwdriver to build an RC car. I think for some kits, maybe an 8th scale car, it'd be helpful. And even this, I can use as electric screwdriver, help me a little bit. But perfectly doable by hand. These, if I had to screw the entire length of those bolts by hand, then I would wish that I had the electric screwdriver. But I don't think the entire length of the bolt is we need to screw on. So make sure screws are tight and make sure that you don't tighten one screw one at a time. You kind of spread the pressure evenly on all 4 sides, on all 4 corners. Okay, so that is done. So step 3 is done. Thank goodness. Now we need to find B5 and this motor plate, which was here just a second ago. I swear things just jump off the table. No worries, I'll find it. So B5 and KK1. It's not hard enough to just put everything in different trees. All right, and where the heck is the motor plate? Oh, there it is. All right. I thought I had to end the stream. For me, not because I quit, but for me going crazy. Let's see, B5. Let's find the B tree. It looks like it's gonna be this, because that is a pretty unique shape. I found it on the first try. 2 hours is coming up already. Time goes by so fast when you're having fun. And indeed, I am having fun. I'm having fun building this, learning from it, making mistakes, and then also making commentary. I enjoy that as well. I kind of just talk about my thought process while I build this, and I hope it helps you. I hope, or it's entertaining for you. I don't, you know, whatever works. I'm happy to do so. Now, I have not seen anything that looks like that KK anywhere so far. So let me just, what is it? Okay, that's not it. None of those things are it. This bag is not it. This is not it. I'm gonna have to look closer at this bag because I don't have too many bags left. So I don't think it's this one. This is the only bag left. And it doesn't look like it's going to be this. Okay, this is L. Huh. Well, let me go to the back of the manual and take a look. KK1. What does that look like? What does the KK tree look like? It's not even in here. Is there an extra page there? No. 6. KK is that one right there. Okay, so let me just open them up because I have a feeling it's just hiding in one of these bags. I have a feeling it's hiding in this bag. There it is. I think that's it right there. I knew it was going to be in this bag. Everything just looked funny in this bag. Alright, so let me cut this out. Alrighty. There we go. Let's see, so this piece goes like this. This goes like that. And this goes like this. And that goes like this. So everything is going to lock down with these. And we're supposed to put a little bit of anti-wear grease. Gel type thread lock. Does it come with? I don't have any thread. Oh, actually I do. It did not come with it. I don't think it came with it. So, do I have the thread lock here? Let's see. I don't think I have the thread lock here. No. So I'm just going to have to go without it. I thought it was grease. But let me just double check to see if this kit did come with the the thread lock. Let's see if this kit did come with thread lock. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say, which is fine. So let me look in the front and see if it talked about it. Okay, so recommended instant cement, synthetic rubber cement, gel type thread lock. I've never seen that before. I guess I will have to buy one, but you know, it's no big deal. I can go without it for now. If they recommend it for the long run, that's fine. I just don't have it, and I'm not going to stop the build to wait for it. All right, so, oh, we also need KK2. KK2. Is it going to be, no? Oh, it's right here. It can be that. Okay, is this the same front and back? It looks like it's the same. Oh, no, there's an angle here. So it looks like it angles out. So it's going to be like that. This is like this. Okay, let me see what would be the smartest thing to do here. Okay, so I'm going to put this on first. I'm going to put 2 screws through here. And I think they're going to be these. Yeah. So let me put 2 of these on first. All right, got that on. Now I'm going to put this on this side. I'm not going to fasten it tightly yet. I just want to have it kind of in place. This way it's in place and it's not going to move. Okay, please excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, so, and then this side is going to go on like this. I think it's going to line up. It's going to line up this way, like that. Cool. And this is going to line up those 3 holes right here, like so, I think. Let's see. These 3 like that. Perfect. All right. Okay, and then those 3 lock on like that. And it's very clean. Like, it feels really good when everything locks in there in place. Let's see. I think I did it right. It looks like I did. Yep. Okay, so let me just do those 3. We are at 2 hours already. Time goes fast when you're having fun. So this is the 3rd screw. Okay. All right. And the reason it needs a thread lock is because it's going into a metal plate, and it's metal on metal. It's better if you have a little bit of thread lock. Okay, so I think the last thing I'm going to do for this stream is to put on the spur gear. And then I can just wrap it up 2 pages. So we need to find JJ and BA. The spur gear is right here. We also need to find the BA3. BA3 are going to be, I'm going to guess, is the other screws. It's going to be those screws. And so I just need to find the JJ tree. And let's see. I don't think I've used anything on the JJ tree yet. SNN. Is this JJ, or did I use JJ already? Let's see. That is not it. So this is the JJ tree. So it's those 2 pieces right here. So JJ 11 and 8. So it's these. Alrighty. Let's put that. That. Okay. Wow, this is a mess. How many pieces are out? If I didn't organize my desk before we started, this would be chaos. So this is the spur holder, spur gear holder. And I'm sure if I put it all together, it's all going to line up. So there's a pin here. So let's do that. I don't see the pin though. Oh, there's the pin. Okay, so this way, this goes on first. And then we push the pin through. Funny thing is there's no way to hold this. Oh, wait. Okay, I can hold this. Let's move it over here. Okay, so the pin goes through. Having a lot of trouble with pins today. They just don't want to cooperate with me tonight. There we go. Okay, that feels solid. And now both sides look the same. And this is a, oh, it's hard to read. Let me see. Let's say, I think it's 66 or 68. This printing is a little bit off. I don't think it says right here. I'm sure it says in the manual somewhere. So we just need to line up any 4 holes. Okay. There we go. Okay. And now this, there's 2 sides, this side and this side. This side is the outside. Just need to line up with the holes right there, and that lines up like that. So it's pretty easy to get it right. Now, if these will go on without any issues, I'll be very happy. Yep. Looks like they're going to go on. And I didn't tighten that all the way. I just tightened it like 80%, 90% in. Well, looks like I'm going to pull it off. All right. I don't think there's another gear and screws on a gear that's more important than the spur gear. Spur gear is basically attached to the motor. Only thing interacting with it is the pinion gear, which is literally on the motor. So it's going to be right here. The motor goes right here. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right, I think I'm done. I think I got step 5 done. I don't think I can go any further tonight. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow is the motor. Well, you know what? This is not going to be hard. And it makes sense to just finish it up with this. It won't make sense for me to start that tomorrow. So let me grab the motor. Right here. I see the grub screw, or at least I saw it. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then the 2 washers and 2 screws and the pinion. So I think the first thing we're going to do is to put the motor in place. So it's going to be like this. And it's going to line up right here. And it's going to be those 2 holes. All right. And it's going to be washer and a screw, washer and a screw, and everything you see me use, including this mat, will be in my Amazon storefront. And tomorrow happens to be Prime Day, so definitely check it out. Actually, if you're on YouTube and by the time you watch this, when it premieres tomorrow, it should be Prime Day. And I'll double check to make sure this mat is there. I know all the tools I'm using are on there. I will double check that this mat is on there. Because even after I'm done streaming, I still have some other things to do. Oh, I forgot to tighten those screws. I'll do that right now. The 3 long bolts is holding everything together at the moment. So let's put these this side. Okay. Wow, this thing is solid. Super solid. Okay, so let's take this off. Okay, and we're going to put the pinion on. And before we put it on, let's get the grub screw in there first. Oh well, I guess I have to use this one. Okay, let's just start it in there. Ah, there it is. A little bit easier to torque with that one. Okay, so the motor has the shaft here has a flat side. I don't know if you can see that. So we just need to make sure that lines up with the grub screw. So let's get that on there. I don't think I want the pinion to touch the motor at all, but I'll double check. I want to leave at least like a piece of paper. Yeah. Huh. If I want it to line up with the spur gear, it has to be touching. Oh no, it has to be a little bit off. Okay, I'm glad, because I don't want it touching the motor at all. I'm talking about that gap right there. There's a gap between the motor and the pinion gear, and I just want to make sure when these two gears are lined up, like aligned this way, there's still a gap there, even though it's not perfectly aligned. I want to make sure there's a little bit of a gap there. And if I had thread lock, I would put some on here as well. Now I can adjust the gear mesh. For right now, I'm just going to eyeball it. I've been doing this long enough. You can always use the paper method, a thin strip of paper, to help you make the gear mesh just perfect. I have good lighting today and I can see clearly, so I'm just going to eyeball it. And there we go. I think the last thing is to put the cover on, B6. That shouldn't be hard to spot. B6. Okay, big gear, small gear, and it's just to these VA3 screws. I mean, it's been a joy building this car so far. I had a little trouble in the beginning, but man, everything fits so nicely. Okay, I think we got to a point where it makes sense. Tomorrow's stream is going to start at step 7 with the B parts bag. So I got everything done on the gearbox. I think it's the rear gearbox. So actually it's front gearbox. Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly what the layout of this car is. I haven't really paid attention. But if the manual says is the front gearbox, then it is the front gearbox. Alrighty then. So today we built the Tamiya XV-01 Lancia Delta RC Car Kit. We started at step 1 with the diffs. I had a little trouble with the pins, using the wrong pins, so make sure you use the correct ones, otherwise you would kind of get stuck for 20 minutes like I did. And then we put together the front gearbox gears, and we kind of closed up the front gearbox. We attached the motor plate, we attached the spur gear, and then finally we just put on the pinion gear and made sure everything fits properly. So that's it. I'm going to continue this tomorrow evening, and I'm going to start with step 7 obviously, and let me just take a look, see where it would make sense. Depending how long it takes me to get to step 10, I think that would make sense. Belt tensioner. Yeah, I think I'll see if I can do all of bag B tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to start at 9 p.m. again tomorrow Pacific time. I'm going to start a little bit earlier. I anticipated some problems. I'm glad I did. Otherwise, I'd be going into past midnight, which I don't want to do on a weeknight. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you watch all the way to the end here, you're a big fan. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one.